Welcome back, everyone, to BBB Sharing. I'm Evie, Director of Ignite, sparked by BBB. And with me today, I have Nick Feaster with JES.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Doing great.
Awesome. So I know that you guys have been in business in Richmond, especially for 30 years now, right?
Yeah, we've actually been in business since 1993.
Wow.
So,
So what do you guys do?
So we do anything that has to do with your wet basement, foundation walls bowing in, foundations that sink. We do jack up sidewalks, wet crawl spaces, any type of foundation repair from we say from the first floor all the way down to the ground. Yeah, that's what we specialize in.
Good, because my aunt had a few issues a year back. You could actually see the outline of her tub.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, on the ceiling,
yeah.
And it was right where the guest room was, and I looked at her one day and I was like, I can't sleep in that room anymore.
Oh, geez, that's no good. So.
But what do you guys, when you guys do go out to people's homes, what are some things that you look for and warn your customers about?
So really what we look at is any type of door that starts to stick, like where the hinges are, you can see if the right side's dropping where the hinge is, it'll start dragging on the ground. And then sometimes if the floor's dropping to the left, you'll actually start catching at the top of it. Or you'll start seeing a door that used to latch, doesn't latch no more. Any type of hairline cracks, nail pops, zigzag cracks in the foundation itself. Really any type of crack anywhere that's around the foundation, that's usually a good indication that you have something going on. Or you'll have the kids running across the floor and the cabinet's shaking,
Oh, yeah.
That's not normal. That shouldn't be happening. So anything like that, we specialize in. Also, if you have the obvious signs like water in the basement, that would be, anytime there's water in there, there's a lot of pressure on the foundation, that'll lead to a lot of issues.
How does the conversation usually start when you go out and you talk to people? What are some things, like when you do notice these things, where's the first place you usually look?
I usually just start by, if we come out to the house, we're always sending out somebody who's been trained in foundation repair. So we do a rigorous training program. It's not like we hire somebody, they come out that day and they're like, hey, this is my first appointment. These guys are like very, very well trained. They're certified. And we first start off kind of a consultation. We're going to ask the homeowner, hey, what have you been seeing? Tell me a little bit about the problems you're having. How many times have you repaired it in the past? Those type of things. And then once we get on site and we get all the facts about what's going on, we're gonna do a full inspection. We do a full, front of the house all the way around, underneath, first floor. Sometimes we'll go to the second floor and check the floors there too, just to really get a good basis for understanding of exactly what's causing the problem.
Yeah, awesome. That's really great. Do you guys ever run into issues, especially houses that are on hills? So they're kind of built on a slanted foundation?
Yeah, so I mean, they're not built on a slanted foundation, but naturally, like a lot of times if you look at a house or it's on the side of a hill, you'll see the trees actually kind of growing out on an angle. There is a thing called slope slip as well. That's common. We see that a lot on houses on hills, but you'll have the same type of problems on a house that's on completely flat land because a lot of people don't understand this, but the top layer of the soil is constantly moving. So if there's a drought, it'll shrink. If it's raining like it has the last couple of days, it's just like if you tried parking your car in the yard, it's gonna sink, right? So it's the same process there. So.
Okay, cool. I asked that question because my family home is actually on a hill and we actually had an issue with flooding.
Oh, wow.
I think last year in the living room, which is the part that's in the hill.
Oh, okay.
And so I looked at my dad and I was like, that's probably something you need to get checked out.
Yeah, yeah. And that's common because the house will sit there for years and years and years. And you don't have any
30 years, yeah.
Yeah, and you don't have any problems, but eventually what happens with any type of drain system around the house, and I always kind of joke with homeowners, I'm like, there's only two types of houses that leak and houses that are gonna leak because eventually that drain tile they put around the foundation, it's there to catch water. And the problem is for the water to get there, it flows through dirt and water makes mud. And naturally, what do you think mud's gonna do to your pipe over time?
Makes the best mud pies.
Yeah, that's right. It's gonna clog it too. So once that happens, now your basement starts leaking and almost every single house is eventually gonna leak.
That makes sense. Yeah. Nothing lasts forever.
That's right.
But when you guys are working around the home, what should homeowners themselves be looking for to indicate that they have a big problem heading their way and they should probably be calling you guys?
Yeah, I mean, well, like I said, any changes. I mean, if you've been in a house and you didn't have any cracks and now you do, that's a problem. Like I said, the doors, the windows, anything that starts.
Now that you said that, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
There's a list of things to go through.
yeah, and that's the thing. We go into one neighborhood, if we do repairs on one house, all the other houses are built the same way, in the same soil, in the same neighborhood, they have the same problems. They might not just realize it yet.
That's true. I didn't even think about that until you said it. There are a lot of neighborhoods popping up lately that have the same contractors.
Oh, yeah.
And you're probably right. They were all built around the same time too.
Yeah, and I know you mentioned your family house is up on a hill. All the high and dry places are gone now, so they're filling in swamps and cutting down trees and, not really doing the best work on getting rid of the roots, and over time, those will rot and lead to issues too.
That's
So.
true. I'm from Harrisonburg.
Okay,
Like
yep.
where JMU is.
Yep,
And it's a really growing area. They have a lot of construction going on there now, a lot of homes coming up. And a lot of people have been complaining about how, they're getting some flooding in their homes.
yep.
It's a hilly place, but there's only so much land that you can build stuff on in Harrisonburg.
Oh, yeah. No, that's
It's a valley too.
Oh, yeah, that's a real problem. Naturally, anything that starts at the top of the valley, when it rains hard, that water's gonna go down to the bottom of the valley, so
Yep.
right where your houses are.
Oh.
Yep.
They're gonna look forward to that one.
Oh, yeah.
Why should Richmond homeowners call JES and for their waterproofing or foundation repair needs?
Well, the first thing is, we've been in business longer than anybody. We've been in business for 31 years
Which
now.
is an amazing thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been there 20 years myself. So, we have really the best crews in the business. We actually manufacture our own products, so we can
Really?
ensure the best quality of products. All of our crews are in-house. And then the coolest thing about our company that separates us from anybody is we're actually employee owned. So after you've been there 6 months, you're part owner of the company.
Really?
So it's not like you're just having a guy coming out who's punching the time card. These guys have a vested interest
Yeah.
in doing well for you as a homeowner and for the company and their own family. So it's something that really separates us
That's
from
amazing.
keeping the best people and bringing in new talent. So that's what's our secret ingredient.
That's
So.
actually, it is a secret ingredient because my dad has been a business owner for over 30 years and he says nobody cares about your business like you do because you're in the one that's invested in it.
That's it.
And he's right. So being invested in your company, probably why you worked there so long.
Oh, yeah, no, I love it. It's an awesome place to work. So
That's
they
amazing.
take good care of our people, and naturally, if you take care of your customers, you keep growing your business, and that's what our whole goal is fix it right, and fix it once.
That's true. We actually I think I mentioned the event that we had yesterday here.
Yeah.
One of the conversations that we spoke about was leadership and, how to, maintain your employees. And he said 77% of employees nowadays actually quit because of their leadership.
Oh, yeah.
So really kudos to JES
Oh,
for
yeah.
that.
No, they're awesome. They're an awesome place to work. So.
You're not another statistic.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
So what do I do if I notice these problems that you've mentioned in my home?
Well, the first thing you could do, obviously, look around, see, you probably have other problems that you don't know of. So I always like to take a walk around the house, just look around. Do I have cracks, pops? And then at the end of the day, if you start seeing anything, really, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So if you go to www.jeswork.com, you can actually book an appointment online without even talking to anybody, or, there's contact info there. We can contact you and get you set up. And whenever we come out, it's always 100% free, no obligation estimates. So, at the end of the day, sometimes we go out to houses and they think they had a big problem and they don't. And sometimes they're like, I didn't think it was that big of a problem. And we start setting up lasers and, checking everything. And it's a massive problem that they're, like the wall is getting ready to collapse.
Really?
So, yeah, we see stuff like that. So it's really important. If you have any questions about whether it's a problem or not, don't hesitate, really just reach out to us. And we're
Better
gonna
safe
take-
than sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. It's better to know than not know. So,
Especially when it comes to your home.
oh, yeah, that's the most important part of your house is your foundation. So,
I have to agree.
yep.
Well, Nick, thank you so much for joining me on
Oh, yeah,
here.
no problem.
You did great. Everybody else was probably making you nervous in there.
Oh, no, that's good. No, that's fine.
Well, thank you for joining me, and everybody, make sure you visit JES. Even if you think you have a little problem in your home, it's better safe than sorry, like we said, and it doesn't hurt to ask just in case. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. It really helps out the algorithm. And if you're listening on Spotify, please follow us, like it, and share it out. Thank you.
All right, thank you.